I think the ability to check in with each other. So if you are a senior leadership team or a board, it's not just coming in and doing your job, but it's checking in on people as well and going, how am I doing? How are you doing? How is this all working? So we've recently introduced a thing called traffic lights that one of the female members of my group suggested. So we have to say, before we talk about anything else, we say red, amber, green for our business and our personal life. So you can go into as much or as little detail as you want. You can say my home life is red, but I'm not in a space to sort of talk about it. Or you say, red because, this has happened, my husband's unwell or what have you. But you cannot have a conversation about how someone can be a strong leader within a business if you don't know that their home life is falling apart. And it has been game changing. We learnt things about members in that group that they were going through, and they'd been going through for months, and we'd been meeting every single month and talking about the business and how can you grow and how can you solve this problem. And we had no idea about some major, major home life issues. And the two are not separate.
No.
So I think from a leadership point of view, whether you are a board, you're an SLT, you are a team, having that personal check-in, I think, is vital.
Jane, for all of those, in all of those different, one of the great things about having you on this show is just the vast diversity of businesses and leaders that you work with over the years, rather than having one particular business that you excelled at, right? That experience of all those different people. I'm really curious if there's a correlation between successful leadership, let's say, whatever that looks like, and the opposite, like a negative effect on your home life. Like, what we were talking about earlier in terms of you can be anything you want, but you can't be everything you want. Are the leaders that have focused so much of their energy on their business, is it common that it's working less well for them personally or not? Can you succeed at both at the same time?
I think there's lots and lots and lots of people that succeed at both at the same time, but one will take a toll on the other and vice versa. There's somebody that I know, and he has 2 young children, and the business is demanding a huge amount of international travel. That's going to have an impact on his partner, who has to do more of the childcare, who also works. She's a solicitor, so that's not easy. Children are young, so what do you do? That's going to have an impact. So it has to be a balance, doesn't it? It has to be a trade-off.
Does it always have to be a trade-off? And should it be?
I can't see how it can't be a trade-off. But it's the same with everything, right? It's the same with if you want to go and play golf, or you want to see your family more often, your parents, or, you've only got a finite amount of time and a finite amount of energy. So everything that you do has to be some sort of trade-off.
I agree.
I think.
I agree. And I think it's where that trade-off is a conscious choice. You're actually consciously recognizing that in doing this, it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
And there is a purpose or a reason behind that.
I think that really is the key, because sometimes you're not conscious, and sometimes things become habit, and then that becomes the way that they are. And relationships can suffer because of that, or, and even partnerships within business can suffer because of that, because you're so busy being busy and growing and doing all of this that you're not stopping to look around, which is going back to that point about going, Helm, groups like that, and Artemis, female founders coming together, having a coach, having a mentor, or within your group, just stopping and having that personal check-in once in a while is so vital. And it's made me realize I need to do it more.